What's up, guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Hornets Daily podcast. My name is Tavon, and welcome back to the show. And we are sponsored here by today from Underdog. Underdog Fantasy is a app that you guys can use to pick your picks for the players that you have on your team or the players that you want to play for your team to win some money. You win up to 500 times your original amount by simply going to the app right there. You can use the QR code on the right hand side of me to pretty much go to the app for today. And we thank you for the sponsor, Underdog. As we get into the video and get the start of the podcast, the Hornets are going to go against the Toronto Raptors in a few hours or so. As I'm recording this video, the game's time will start at 7 p.m. for today, for Wednesday. Hornets is looking refreshed. They won 6 of their last 11 games, or 6-5 in their last 11. It continues to show them the daily process and the preparation, everything that they're going through physically and the mental standpoint is obviously helping them come game time. This is the quotes from Coach Lee as we are coming in from the game against the OKC Thunder, in which the Hornets beat them 124-97 on Monday. Thunder still holds the best record in NBA at 30-7. Hornets earned consecutive victories over 3 games and a road trip across 4 days, basically going against their wins and pretty much going from the wins of, if I'm not mistaken, it was Chicago, pretty much Golden. They won against Orlando in December 26th, lost 3 straight to the Bucks, the Warriors, and then the Bucks again, beat the Bulls, and then beat OKC in the following game. So again, big wins, not to say the least, and they got it done. Now they're going in Toronto, and then following after that, we'll be going against Indiana. In the meantime, for the Raptors, the visiting Raptors coming into the Spectrum Center, the Raptors ran past the Atlanta Hawks the last time they played, 118-100 on Monday, to earn a second victory over the Hawks in a 3-day span. Toronto will look to make amends against Hornets, who won the 2 previous meetings. Obviously, in the games that was played, it was November 29th and December 5th. Of those games, the Hornets beat the Toronto Raptors in both of those games. It's focusing one game at a time, says Darko Radovic. He said, deflecting suggestions that the team is on track after 4 victories in 5 games. We just go out to look for the test that is at hand and focus. Brandon Ingram has led the Raptors in scoring in the past 3 games and will be a point of attack emphasis to basically take him away. But despite that, Brandon Ingram has not had a good showing against the Charlotte Hornets in the past games that they have played against them. The last game, he had 7 points, 3 of 13 shooting, 29 minutes in the last month's visit against Charlotte Hornets. So hopefully that continues to go where we can stop Brandon Ingram. For the Hornets, Brandon Miller, on the other end, 28 points the last time he played against the Thunder, and had 6 players in double digits scoring. Brandon Miller had 7 of 10 from the 3-point line. Concanipo had 5 threes. LaMelo with 4 3-pointers contributed to 19 of 37 shooting. And again, the streak is still alive for the franchise as they are looking for their 9th straight game with at least 15 plus 3-pointers or more coming into this game. So as it goes right here, the last time also that the Raptors and the Hornets played against each other, Miles Bridges, also, who's been the team leading scorer in terms of points per game with 20.1 points per game, racked up 35 points on a home victory against Toronto. He also shot 6 of 6 from the 3-point line, or 2-point line, against the Thunder. Shot 0 of 6 in the 3 against the Thunder as well. So hopefully we can get that victory against Toronto for tonight. We will be looking very closely at the injury report coming up soon, and we will be looking to see if there's any improvement with this Hornets team against the Toronto Raptors, who is coming in a little bit hot, especially after those games against the Atlanta Hawks. So we'll continue to move on. We'll check in on that, and we'll look at LaMelo Ball's All-Star game voting. Now, I wanted to do this topic for a long time. The only reason why I didn't do this topic from before was only due to the fact that there was more things to talk about. LaMelo Ball, just now, we got the second reveal of the All-Star game voting, and the NBA revealed that LaMelo Ball is currently 12th in the Eastern Conference in the second round of fan vote returns for the 2026 All-Star Game. He only trails behind a couple other people. The people that he trails behind, as of right now, is currently Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., Pascal Siakam, and Brandon Ingram. LaMelo Ball is there at the 12th spot with 261,883 votes. He is 20 plus more than OG Anunoby. In a sense of the matter, since the All-Star Game does bring in the top 12 players in the position, it is more than likely that LaMelo will be making that last spot into the voting. However, anything could change at a moment's notice, so everybody should be aware that LaMelo Ball may or may not make it depending on situation. If this is a situation where he does not make it, it will more than likely be due to another forward or a center basically entering in, and there's too much guards as it is, because right now, currently in the All-Star voting, Jalen Brunson is number 1 in guard, Tyrese Maxey is number 2, Cade Cunningham 3, Donovan Mitchell 4, Jaylen Brown number 5, and number 6 would be LaMelo Ball. So he will be coming in very close of not making it, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how he continues to play out from this point of view as of right now. But LaMelo Ball at 12th place goes to show you that he still is gaining popularity around the league. Ball has appeared for 26 games so far. That includes the Thunder game. He's been averaging almost close to 20 points. He has averaging 19.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, and about 8 assists per game, while shooting 41% from the field and 37% from the three-point line and 87% from the free throw line. Compared to his last 10 games, he's been averaging 20.2 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 7 assists per night, and the Hornets are 5-5 around that stretch with a 13-23 record overall throughout the season. So again, the Hornets, as of right now, is only 3 games back from the 10th spot to make into the play-ins. The Hornets has been actually playing really well just together, and LaMelo Ball actually has been playing really good in terms of points per game. Ball also has a career average with the Hornets with 20.9 points per game. He is 3rd in franchise history in points per game, trailing only Glenn Rice and Hall of Famer Alonzo Mourning for his season average, or a career average in terms of points per game in a career with the Charlotte Hornets. So again, really good stuff from LaMelo Ball. Hopefully he continues on and continues to hold down that 12th spot and potentially get in as a reserve for the All-Star Game, as it will be a shining moment for at least for this Hornets season, regardless if they do not make it into the playoffs or not, or play-ins or not. LaMelo Ball being an All-Star, or coming back to All-Star form, would be a plus, to say the least. Now we will get into our main sponsor for today. It is Underdog. For the people that's out there that want to place in their bets and want to win some money, placing in their bets on players and teams that they basically want to win out, or know that their projection is going to get to a certain rate, you can use Underdog Fantasy right here. You can see the ad right there. Underdog Fantasy helps you out, gets you wins. You can place in any picks whatsoever and possibly win up to 500 times more than what you placed in. You can use the promo code BasketballFans that's down below here. You see it here, to score $75 on bonus entries when you play your first 5. Make sure that you play or you can grab the QR code that's right there. You can simply use your phone. I have my phone right here. You can go into your camera settings, go inside and look at the QR code, and it will bring you straight to the app, and you can download the app from there, and you can use that promo code that I'll show you down below to score your $75 on bonus entries when you place in your first $5. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. You have a lot of games that's going on for today. I will be making a pick for the next segment of the show, for the time being, or not the next segment, so the next time that we come up on the show, I'll be making a pick publicly and giving you guys some advice to basically place in the pick for the Hornets game against Indiana. So be on the lookout for that. But otherwise than that, make sure you play on Underdog Fantasy, and we will be seeing you over there, and hopefully you can win some money. Underdog Fantasy, make sure it's a place to play, and you will be validated to some money potentially with some of these players and some of these picks. Let's move on to the next topic of the show. And we got the injury updates versus Toronto. Toronto Raptors have some peculiar injury updates, to say the least. But I'm going to go towards the Hornets more so and look at their injury report as of right now. So as of right now, the only 3 players that's on the injury reports for this Hornets team is Tijon. Tijon right now is the left ankle sprain, who he's listed questionable for tomorrow against the Toronto Raptors, or today against the Toronto Raptors as we're moving on. Moussa Diabate has a right wrist sprain, and Brandon Miller has a left knee contusion, which is going to be a probable cause to basically come in to the game. If anything, I believe Moussa and Brandon Miller will play. More than likely, Tijon will be a kind of a questionable play for today. Hopefully, he can play in this matchup against the Toronto Raptors. As the last time he did play against Toronto, he actually played really well. Moussa, as I said, with the right wrist sprain. Ryan Kalkbrenner is still out with a left elbow sprain. Mason Plumlee out with the right groin surgery, of course. KJ Simpson is on the 2-way for the G League assignment. And as of right now, Grant Williams is still out with that right knee surgery, but he will be making a return very soon from latest reports of what we know. Last time that the Toronto Raptors played, Jakob Poeltl was playing for this team. He is going to be out with a lower back strain. For this one, Mo Bamba, who was released recently, will not be with the team. So the Toronto Raptors currently will be short-handed in terms of rebounding for this team, for this game, to say the least. They don't have their top rebounders as of right now. Scotty Barnes is their top rebounder with 8.6, who's more than likely going to play the game. So some opportunity for this Hornets team to not only out-hustle this Raptors team and prevent them off the glass with Jakob Poeltl not being there, but there's no rim protection whatsoever. There's no big bodies over there. Scotty Barnes has been playing amazing, as well as he has been gathering some triple-double streaks as of right now. And Brandon Ingram has been playing really good as well against his games against the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see how that affects everything, especially with the injury report. Moussa Diabate more than likely going to play, so we have a starting center. PJ Hall will be filling in as backup, and Tijon will not, more than likely not play. I'm going to say it's like a 50-50. If he is upgraded to probable, that would be great. But if not, we still have a lot of reserves that can pretty much play in his spot and help out this team. So not too crucial on Tijon not playing this game. If he doesn't play this game, let him not play this game so that way he could rest up and he can get more minutes prior down the line when he is fully rested for the next game against Indiana or against the game on Friday, I believe it's Friday, or Saturday against Utah. So I'd much rather that than him continue to go on the floor and potentially pick up another injury. So we'll see how it goes. As of right now, the Hornets will be moving on and moving into the Spectrum Center, or going back into the Spectrum Center and meeting out with the Toronto Raptors. Let me know in the comments what you guys think is the injury report, or what is going to be the final injury report before the game for today. And also let me know what you guys feel about the prospect of Grant Williams and Ryan Kalkbrenner coming back into the starting lineup, or into the lineup of the rotations or so, and helping out this Hornets team. Last but not least of today, we have our plus minuses stats as of now for the Hornets starting 5. And we're also going to talk about the 4-player lineup as of right now for the Hornets. Now, I always do this a couple videos here and there before we go into a big chunk of games. So as of right now, throughout this week, Thunder was the first game of the week. It's on a Sunday. Then you go against the Toronto Raptors, which is going to be on, I believe it's Wednesday today. Am I correct? Yes, it was on a Wednesday. So Thunder was on Monday. Wednesday, Toronto Raptors. Thursday or tomorrow is going to be Indiana. And then Saturday it's going to be Utah throughout this week. And I always try to at least minimize how much I'm doing the plus minuses. But I decided, hey, let's take a look at their 6-5 11-game streak as of right now and see how this team has been playing with the 4-player lineup. This including LaMelo Ball, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges. between the four lineups, and then also adding in Moussa Diabate inside the lineup with the 5-man lineup, and then comparing that with Kalkbrenner in the lineup, and then comparing that with Sion in the lineup. So let's get it started. Riding the high of last night from the OKC game, this is a Reddit post by Mega Man for the Charlotte Hornets post. And if you guys know Mega Man has been a loyal poster in the Charlotte Hornets Reddit, and he does a lot of advanced stats and look at the advanced stats for the Hornets, but also add some news here and there for the Hornets Reddit. So just want to point out something right here. He looked at the power rankings and then also looked at the advanced stats on NBA.com and look at the 4-man lineups, the offensive ratings for this morning, or for that time being. He said LaMelo Ball, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges has an offensive rating of 130.4 and a defensive rating of 116.6. A net rating, which is a difference of the net rating, is 13.8. For reference on offensive rating, this is 8th best in the league for a 4-man lineup that has played at least a minimum of 150 minutes together. In reference to net ratings, this is the 17th best in the league for a 4-man lineup that has played a minimum of 150 minutes together. So that means this is the 8th best lineup when 4 players is on the, or pretty much these 4 players is on the floor. That means our offense completely changes immensely when these 4 players on the floor. Now, obviously, minutes can be construed. This could be a short sample size. Obviously, with Miller, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges, they have tremendous amount of time on the floor with each other. As of now, I believe they have about amongst, I would say, 12, 13 games together on the floor. Miles Bridges only missed 1 game, 2 games so far. Brandon Miller missed almost a month of action. LaMelo Ball missed about a week or 2 of action, and Con Knipple only missed about a game of action. So again, these guys, despite Brandon Miller only being the a kind of a midterm type of player that missed a lot of time via a month with the shoulder sprain or the shoulder injury, this team have gotten healthy, and they have been playing together, and now they are the 8th best in the league in terms of 4-man lineup, and 17th best in the league in terms of net rating. Now, this, as I said, is littered due to amount of minutes in lineups, because again, certain lineups do not get a lot of minutes, and then there's a short sample size of it. And again, the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic, most all of the offensive ratings in terms of the top offensive ratings and net ratings, all is littered with Nikola Jokic and lineups that he is in. So again, you could kind of take it in the grain of salt, and he's kind of a cheat code, if anything, in terms of his offensive rating. But in the sense of things, this is actually legit, because Ball, Miller, Bridges, and Con Knipple actually play for a extended time and extended periods of minutes on the floor together, to the point now that you actually have data, enough data to confirm that they are 8th in offensive rating. With the 5-man lineup, just to add into this little piece here, with Moussa Diabate, this number extraordinarily goes up. Remember when we said it was 130.4 in offensive rating, 8th best in the league? They are even better with Moussa on the floor. They are 139.2 in offensive rating, and their defensive rating goes down from 116 to 103, which is a net rating of 35.3. Compare that to the other starters that played with the Hornets, or played with that Hornets 4, which is Kalkbrenner. He has a center in the starting 5 lineup with 121.9 in offensive rating and 117 in defensive rating, which is a 4.4 net, which is not bad. And then Sion with 115.8 in offensive rating and 111.9 in defensive rating, which is not bad, which is 3.9. So obviously with Diabate on the floor, the team is better offensively and the team is better defensively. With Kalkbrenner on the floor, the team is average at best. And with Sion on the floor, the team actually gets better defensively, but not as better as Moussa Diabate on the floor. So again, this team is way better with the starting 5 that they currently have now, with Ball, Brandon Miller, or Ball, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate on the floor, with that net rating of 35.3. So again, it's just something that you can see obviously through the eye test of the games and how the starting five played not only against the Thunder but also against other teams as well when those five is on the floor. But compare that to the other lineups that we saw with Kalkbrenner and also side with Sion. From that point of view, it seemed like Sion did not really impact the lineup. There's only one game where he did, where they was playing small ball and had Miles Bridges playing center. And then lineups with Kalkbrenner, even though he's a really good rim defender and a really good finisher around the rim, he does not provide that offensive spunk that Moussa Diabate provides, especially in the rim where you can get offensive rebounds and also finish around the rim a little bit with athleticism, if anything, off of passes from LaMelo, Konknippel, and Brandon Miller, and also Miles Bridges as well. So again, the eye test right there over the past months, the difference of Moussa being on the floor compared to everybody else being on the floor, difference when all four of the players in the starting lineup is actually playing together. It seems that the offense has been looking really good, to say the least. 130.4 is really good in terms of offense, and then adding that with Moussa, who provides offensive rebounding at a very high rate, is one of the best offensive rebounding percentages in the NBA as of right now. You can see why that the offensive rating is 139.2 and their defensive rating is 103.9. So again, just pointing it out there, ladies and gentlemen, Hornets do look good with their starting four, and their starting five lineup even looks better. I think they're gonna keep this lineup for the way it is. If they do make any changes, it will be very hard to emulate what they have right now. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the offensive rating and the plus and minus stats as of right now for this Hornets starting five. Let me know what you guys think, if they should make a change. If not, please let me know what you guys have been feeling about the starting five and what you think will happen when Grant Williams and Kalkbrenner comes back into the rotation. And then let me know what you guys think of the overall show. You can leave a like and thumbs up on this video. You can also subscribe to the channel as we just hit the 500 mark, and we're looking to continue and give you all the service of the Hornets fandom as much as we can. We want to shout out Underdog as well for the sponsor for the video. Make sure you download on the QR code right there. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tavon. You have a great and wonderful day. And as I said, the Hornets will be going against the Toronto Raptors. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What are your predictions for this game against the Toronto Raptors? Anyway, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen, and peace out.